Hi world, welcome to this video. This is from TinaHills.com, and today I'm speaking to you about Saturn through the 12 astrology. If you have your Saturn in Aquarius, then this is your video. Interestingly, Saturn rules the previous sign Capricorn and is the only planet to hold rulership over two signs because two signs one after the other because it also rules Aquarius. But after Uranus was discovered, then Uranus had domain over Aquarius. So Aquarius is also Saturn's domain. So this is a very good placement for Saturn. Here, Saturn is okay. Before we get into Saturn in Aquarius, especially, let's understand the symbology behind Saturn. So Saturn symbolizes the principle of negentropy, which is the principle of constriction, restriction. It is the position by sign, by how Saturn placement will tell us what kind of challenges we can expect in this life. And they will be our greatest challenges. But once we figure out their karma, because Saturn is the karma bearer, it's karma, okay? Then we will be able to work through these issues, and then everything will become fluid. Saturn's karma becomes fluid once you understand its lessons, and no one escapes Saturn's lessons. The first time you are truly affected by this is probably when you're 29 and you just have your Saturn return. That Saturn returns to the same position it was during your birth. And this is kind of the first shove towards adulting. No frills, no embellishments. Saturn gives it like it is, cold and dry, okay? Cut and dry and quartered. Okay, so yes, there's pain with Saturn, there are tears, there's separation, there's anxiety, there's phobia. Okay, all this is also Saturn. Every energy is dualistic, and Saturn ever more so. Let's delve into a Vedic myth to truly understand this dualistic side of Saturn. But remember that Saturn is the first guardian of humanity. It is who teaches us that it's time to stop. So, according to this Vedic myth, Shani or Saturn was born from Surya or sun and Chaya or shadow. This is purely symbolic and metaphoric. Saturn encompasses both light and darkness. Okay, and the color of Shani is black, which means he is the great void from which all of creation springs. The color black is precious to Saturn. Okay, so are black crows and black dogs. Now, Saturn is as I said, wherever Saturn is, it's going to give you challenges. Aquarius is about innovation. It's about original thinking. It's about epiphanies. It's about larger communities, networks, the people we associate with, and here Saturn can pose quite a challenge with all these things. You may not belong to a group, although that's what you really want to belong, where you want to belong. You are unable to innovate something, and you have all these original ideas, but they're not amounting to anything. Or you have this tremendously wild, authentic spirit, and Saturn is this very tremendous traditional influence, and it's curtailing it in some way. Okay, if you look at Aquarius, it's an air sign, the last of the air signs. It's very dualistic in nature. Okay, look at the glyph of Aquarius, two waves, sine and cosine waves, not water waves, electrical waves, electrical impulse of life waves. Okay, so these waves are always creating a duality. Okay, and Saturn here can integrate this duality, can help you rise above. If say you've had all these problems when you were 29 and then you really understand how to work with people and how to really put your wild ideas out there for your community, because your community ultimately later on in life will be your greatest strength. your greatest blessing. You may start a sustainable society. You may be a community builder, because the Aquarius has to do with communities, and Saturn builds the 3D world. It rules Capricorn. It's all about mastery. That is Saturn's energy. It's giving you a shove towards adulthood. Why? Because it wants you to grow up, to understand what it means to have this human experience, and really acknowledge what we've done, to truly take authorship. That's what Saturn wants us to do. It may have bad press, maybe known as the Great Malefic, or in the Western system, in the Persian system, is known as a demon. So are all the other planets. In the Vedic system, it's of course a malefic, but it's auspicious, and Saturn is known to give you concrete results. If you work with self-discipline, if you grow up, if you mature, if you truly understand what life is teaching you through Saturn, then yeah, you've reached the next stage of adulting. You've understood the hashtag adulting. Aquarius is innovation, technology rules the night. So Saturn can here definitely do something that builds communities online, helps you bring people online, networking sites, maybe an ad, gadget or an app that can really help communities, or even help people within communities build things, grow things. Okay, Aquarius is always out of the ordinary. Okay, so Saturn here wants will give you trauma about that. You may feel like you're out of ordinary and you don't fit in. I mean, you can't find your tribe. You just get stuck with people who don't understand you. You're reclusive. But once you grow up, and if you've had your Saturn return and you've had your Sarisatis. Saturn takes 2.5 years to 3 years every sign. So 7.5 years is actually a big period of Saturn. It's called a Sarisati. And there you truly integrate a lot of what Saturn is doing with you. But essentially the Saturn return is an important time. It's about us understanding the wise old man inside, okay? And in the Jungian archetype, Saturn is associated with the wise old man. Also in the world, it is associated with seniors. Okay, and the rings around Saturn, humanity has been enamored by this planet, by its icy beauty, by its eccentric moons, its beautiful icy ring, and we've thought so much about it, in our imagination, in the myths, in the legends, in astrology, and it truly holds a huge grasp over our conscious reality. And Saturn is here to teach you, is here to help you grow, is here to show you that he is your greatest ally, he's your friend. Okay, Saturn also tells you about your father. So Saturn in Aquarius, you may do something unconventional, and you may upset your father, or patriarchy. So there are many sides to this. A well-adjusted Saturn in Aquarius is going to be a great help to his community by innovating something, by doing something online, by bringing people together, by giving people information. Aquarius, being an air sign, is very much about the intellect and information, and not just your run-of-the-mill information, but eclectic, eccentric information. And Aquarius rules the internet. Aquarius rules the youth. So Saturn is the wise old man archetype in Jungian parlance, and in the Tarot, it's the hermit card. It's a time when you come within to tune into that wisdom. What is a wise old man? What is the symbol of this a senior person is wisdom from all the experiences they have faced. So that's what Saturn gives us, wisdom From every single action and reaction, we grow and we learn and we evolve. And actually, Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, is all about spiritual growth and awareness towards a greater peace, towards a greater fruitful uh, congregation of humanity. This is the true ethos of Aquarius. And Saturn is in rulership here, you know. So he's supporting this endeavor. Like, go ahead, you may have had awkward experiences when you were a kid. Maybe because you were the goth kid, or you dressed differently, or you spoke with a weird accent. So you were always the person not in the group. But now you can give back to that group, okay, or another group, right? That's what Saturn wants you to do in this placement. Okay, remember, Aquarius air wants to just grow, but it's essential to understand negentropy or constriction, and it's time to answer to karma with Saturn. So you know the drill. Leave a comment for me to tell me what you think. Of course, subscribe, like, and share with your friends, because sharing is caring. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com signing off. Take care.